Okay, some people are going to be watching the Super Bowl, some people are going to be at the malls, and some people are actually going to be in the backcountry this weekend. Albi is joining us for something we call Snow Talks. Albi is the Mountain Programs Coordinator at the Outdoor Center at the U of C. Busy, busy place, especially now that the word is that the snow is returning. The weather's been warm over the last 3 weeks, Albi. It's warming, or it's cooling down now. We're hearing around -12. What kind of impact will that have?
So the great weather we've had in Calgary has actually really trashed the backcountry in one way, but actually is a big benefit in the other. So the warm temperatures have really squished those weak layers down in the snowpack. They're still there to some degree, but it's certainly made it much safer out there, which is really going to set us up for a great late season activity with lowered risk. Right now, it's not so great, however. Now it's going to cool off, it's going to tighten in. We've got crust down low, we've got wind slab up high, not a lot of fun. But we're going to get some snow over the weekend, not enough to make for powder skiing, maybe not enough for good snowshoeing, but the cross-country skiing will be great. And as we get a little more snow going forward, it's going to be good.
I'm sorry, Kate, I called up Canmore Center, I think it was last weekend, and asked them about some cross-country skiing. They said icy.
Yeah, so it's icy, but you know, it doesn't take much to regenerate the cross-country skiing. Just needs that little bit on top, and so we're going to be getting in there this weekend to get at least decent skiing, maybe not the best.
What about a little bit closer to our end, so Banff Park conditions sort of on the east side?
So we didn't get, especially in K-Country, we didn't get as much warm temperatures, as much snow, as rain and so on, so actually it's a little more unstable here, but still the same crummy conditions on top. But we are going to get the snow this time. We thought we were going to get it last weekend. We didn't get it, so we're going to get it, I think, this weekend. Again, small amounts, but we're building towards something better.
We have the dual moguls happening this weekend at Canada Olympic Park. Should the competitors be concerned about any of the conditions locally?
No, I mean the great thing about COP is we have this the ability to make snow and to control that environment. So I have no doubt that track's not the right word, is it? The course will be. It'll have to be world class, right? I mean they're going to make it happen, and that's one of the great things about man-made snow. So no, I'm not worried about that. And the cold temperatures will mean that snow will be perfect, I think.
Well, yes, we're really looking forward to the snow, and I'm hoping your forecast for February is going to keep bringing snow, because it's a major issue on most of our hills through Alberta in terms of conditions. This event was actually scheduled for Castle Mountain and had to be moved. And we actually were in a panic over Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, because with our record high temperatures here in Calgary, it was, even to try and create a course was like pushing sugar.
Wow.
So we brought in some experts, and we finished our course last night, so they're training on it today and competing the next 2 days. And it's certainly the best we can do with the conditions that we've had.
I'm excited to hear that. I was out yesterday on planning to cross-country ski. The trails were indeed crummy. We didn't do cross-country skiing, snowshoeing. We just opted for a beautiful walk in the snow. It was slippery. We had some tracks on our boots, but it was a glorious day. But I'm excited to hear there's snow coming. So.
Yeah, probably not enough quickly, but you know what? Don't give up on the season. Like this is the driest time of year. That's reality. And the best time to get out is actually later in February, March. Better stability, better snow conditions. Don't give up. It's going to be great.
Good to hear.
Yeah. Other zones you want to mention just real quickly?
No, I think that covers the zones overall. Yeah.
Trend in Canadian avalanche incidents that we're noticing. What are some of those trends?
Well, you know, what we've seen is through history. If we look back, way back, you know, in the 1980s, 1990s, we were seeing a lot of skiers getting killed in avalanches. And so there was this that was really what was driving things. And then they started to wise up. And that's about the time we started bringing in the training and the bulletins. They really wised up, and their fatalities really dropped down. About that time, snowboarders, who were a different community then, but they joined together, big bulge in snowboarders. And then they smartened up. And then we've seen this huge explosion in the number of snowmobiles getting caught in avalanches. The good thing is snowmobilers are wising up too. So we've really seen a huge drop off in the number of snowboarder fatalities. And really it's around taking the risk seriously. That's the big trick. It's not just to blow this risk off and then once you've done that, just like anything other risk we have to face in life, making smart decisions around it. So in Avalanche terms, that means getting the training, reading the bulletins, and making smart decisions based on that. And it's working. Still, we're seeing within that community the obvious suspects, right? The
snowmobilers,
the males
the
that are between about 20 to 30 odd years of age, the biggest risk takers. And unfortunately, those are the people most at risk in general.
Ladies, you may have heard this last week, I believe it was, in Whistler. There was an incident. This skier went, I don't know if she went out of bounds,
yes, I did.
but she got lost for 3 days. And the miracle was that she survived.
And wasn't she visiting Canada, if I've got the
Albi,
right
do you know the story?
She is a visitor, and you know, it's a great story because she not only survived, but she survived in good condition.
Right.
And all I needed to know
You have a
about
theory.
her,
Here's his theory.
well, all I need to know is I just saw she's a Norwegian, and in Norway they have an outdoor active culture, so people know how to manage
Right.
the outdoors. So they're able to manage these hazards much better than Canada, which is becoming an increasingly sedentary and an increasingly indoor culture. And that's a trend we've got to reverse because we're in really the best country in the world for outdoor
Yeah.
activities. And some people are really taking advantage of that. Many other people are drawing back from it. We need to turn that around.
Will you be out in the outdoors this weekend?
Actually, I'm teaching again this weekend. I mean, that's when we can teach courses. I'm teaching leadership. I'm doing a trainer course. So I'm training other people how to train the people that take people outside. So,
And this is the guy you want to know more from. Albi, so great to have you here every single Friday. Thank you very much. Albi Soul, Mountain Programs Coordinator at the Outdoor Center. Thank you, my friend. And
Thank you.
have a safe weekend.
oh, I will.